Welcome again to the J&J podcast. It's myself, Jay, Jamie, and Eamon again. And for Jamie's request today, we're going to cover um, Dream Theater.
We might be here a minute.
Might be here a minute.
A long minute.
So apparently Dream Theater started with, looked like 3 people from Long Island, but they actually didn't get together until they were in Boston. All 3 of them were going to
This guy's got notes.
Berklee College of Music when they got together and decided, hey, let's drop out and start a band.
And well, I worked for him.
And you could tell they're professionally trained.
Oh yeah, every single one of them.
You know, I know we're going to talk about the guitar work that John Petrucci does, which is, oh my God, it's good.
Yes.
But do not underestimate that drummer.
Or that's Mike Portnoy. I've talked about him many times.
You have.
Twice.
Yeah. I didn't really pay much attention to him until you said, hey, you gave us our homework assignment and said, hey, let's give him, holy cow, man.
Yup. And the bass player is out of this world. The pianist is fucking ridiculously good.
If the drummer, if Neil Peart played heavy metal or rock as hard as Dream Theater,
this is what it would sound like.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part what I was reading was when 3 of them were in the line to go see a Rush show, they were trying to think of band names. So that's when they came up with Majesty first.
Majesty.
That was before they did all the Dream Theater and all that.
I do remember hearing that name before.
Which that's a really cool name.
Oh, what was it? There was a couple different shows where they do their normal Dream Theater set, and then afterwards, on their second night, afterwards they did the Dream Theater stuff. They did a full set of covers.
That would be fun.
One of them was a Metallica album front to back that they performed.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Portnoy's a big Metallica fan.
I think it was Master of Puppets, but I don't remember.
Listen, just by default, I know far more about Mike Portnoy than I do any of the others.
So there's definitely lots to take in.
Did you see where they have 16 studio albums?
Was it 16?
16 studio albums.
Their new album is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've been listening to the new one a little bit lately. And if you like the single that was released, you're definitely going to love the rest of the album.
That's my least favorite song on the album, dude. Night Terrors is the song you're talking about. They did the video for it. It's my least favorite song on the album.
Is it really?
Yeah, the new album is amazing. So I'll kind of go first because I'm the one that's been banging the Mike Portnoy drum for so long. So I'm a little upset with myself because I've been a Portnoy guy for a long time. But, I mean, I never really did Dream Theater. That's kind of why I wanted to do this. I have listened to, like today, just today alone, I listened to 4 albums. I didn't hear one single song that I disliked. Not one.
I agree.
They're so good. And all of them are just like ridiculous. The popular songs are like As I Am. Great song. But there are actually better ones. I don't remember the names of all of them. But man, they're so good. I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of time with Dream Theater probably in the next few days. I desperately need some Dream Theater in my record collection. And to me, it doesn't even matter which one, whatever one they have, that's the one I'm getting. Like, I don't care. I love them. I'm so mad at myself for not doing the Dream Theater thing before now. I've missed out on so much. And that John Petrucci, oh my God, can that guy play guitar?
Yeah. What was their first record? I was trying to look it up. I know it was in the 80s, late 80s, 88, 89.
You know what? I can't even tell you that because I just went on Spotify. I went Dream Theater and play, and I listened to 4 albums, and every single one of them was like it's a work of art. Every one of them.
Yeah, and include. I mean, especially the first couple albums. You know, we've always talked about bands when they come out with their first couple albums,
Like
and
I
not
know
only
I know they
okay,
had they have 10 albums at least.
yeah,
So I mean I still got at least 6 I got to get to.
no, they're
16 albums.
Yeah,
16
see,
albums.
and
Yeah.
I've only heard 4, and I did it all today, and man, are they good! Like, not even my favorite bands have I listened to 4 albums and disliked 0 songs. Not even my favorite bands. So, I mean, does that put Dream Theater right on the top? They're fucking up there, that's for sure.
Okay, so you were asking about the first album. The first album was When Dream and Day Unite, released in 1989.
That's it. That's the one.
Now each one is more of a concept album, so you get a little bit different for song wise, but you still have that feeling.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue or say anything bad about them. Like, of all the bands we've um, done this kind of thing for, Dream Theater's the best one by far, and it's not even close.
What were you saying?
Everyone-
What were you saying? Something about they were going to a Rush show. They were going to see Rush. What did you finish?
Oh yeah, that's when they were trying to figure out names and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that's when they came. I can't remember. Can't remember what that story was, but it was the three of them. So like Mike Portnoy and the other two.
I think
Because
it
they were
was
the three founding-
Petrucci and the bass player. I think.
I think you're right because they went through a couple different singers in the beginning, and they wanted to go see Rush and they talked about all these different things, and they ended up coming up with Majesty for the band name while they're waiting to get in to see Rush.
Majesty's cool. That's a cool name. That's a real cool name.
Yeah, and it wasn't until later in the late '80s when they came up with Dream Theater instead.
Are they on tour now?
They're going on tour. If they're not already, they're going.
Yeah, I think they're promoting the new album right now.
There's one thing that I'm a little happy for that I can't actually play the drums anymore. I know that the older we get, the more painful it is. I'm almost a little glad. I got enough shit going on. I don't need more. But the fact that I can't, but I know some stuff now, it makes me listen and appreciate more the drummers that I do listen to. So I've always liked Mike Portnoy, but since I learned how to play, it's like, wow, like man, he's not too far behind Neil Peart.
No, not at all.
Oh, and I want to correct something too. Speaking of Neil Peart, I have learned, and this is a quote from Geddy Lee that I was reading. Neil Peart's last name is pear with a P. It's ear with a P at the front and a T at the end.
Peart?
So it's Peart.
Okay. And we've been saying it wrong all this
So
time.
I've been saying it wrong for 20 years, but I have enough respect for that man that I will correct any mispronunciation when I am corrected.
Duly noted.
And if it wasn't a quote from Geddy Lee that I read, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. But it was Geddy Lee, and he would know.
Yeah.
No, you should.
Yeah. So I will forever call him Peart now. If we were British, I'd call him Sir Peart.
He would have been knighted by now if he was British.
He would have been knighted 25 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Some of the guys that have been knighted, Neil Peart for sure would have been.
Did Elton John get knighted, or was he
I think he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is knighted.
Well, as ceremonial as it is now.
Yeah, he is Sir Elton John.
I remember back in the day, he actually had to stab somebody to be called Sir. I mean, in a way, thank God that's not the way it is now. At least they can move with the times.
So back to Dream Theater. Did anyone find their greatest hits album?
I did. I did. But
It,
Now, what'd you think about the title
it was
of
next
the
on my
album?
list.
we put, what was it? Greatest hits of 21 other pretty cool songs. Is that
Wasn't that
Greatest
one great
hit.
hit? Yeah, one great
yeah,
hit
greatest hit?
and 20 other
Yeah,
pretty cool songs.
Yeah.
and 21 other pretty cool songs. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's a wicked title.
Great title, and it's actually true if you go by the charts. They only had one song that was in the top 10 on the charts. But the downside is,
What was it again?
Pull Me Under.
That's a great song
made it,
too, but
made it to the top 10.
That's not what. That's the one that got my attention with the drum work.
really? Dance of Eternity says nothing to you?
Huh?
Dance of Eternity says nothing to you?
Oh, sure it does. I'm just saying. Just when I started listening, I listened.
Oh, when you actually started listening to it instead of as a whole.
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, listen to this guy.
Yeah, Pull Me Under was the first song that I heard because it was released with Rocksmith.
Oh, was it?
As much as
Yeah.
I'm a Mike Portnoy guy, I also really like Mike Mangini, who was his replacement. I want to check out some of the stuff that had him in it too. I do like them both like a lot. Like Portnoy's here, Mangini's here, kind of thing for me.
I think Mangini was in it for like a decade, wasn't
Yep.
he?
Did he? Where did he go? Did he? Is he doing his own thing or?
I'm not sure.
From what I've seen, it wasn't really listed what happened, but basically, Portnoy was coming back and Mangini was going out at the same time. And
So when I did my deep dive, I wasn't deep diving on the information. I just wanted the music in my ears, and I want more of it in my ears. I quite literally think I could like Spotify as soon as I wake up, Dream Theater play, and until I go to bed.
Man, you're really into them, aren't you?
Oh, dude, there's so much in their songs. They're amazing.
I've had them playing at night too because there's so much going on. It's actually kind of relaxing.
and yes, I really am. Like I'm very sad that this is the first time I'm actually like I've heard songs before, and for some reason I didn't jump in head first, which I absolutely should have. But boy, am I in now. I'm 20 years behind, but
well, you live and learn.
I'm there now. There's no.
Or do we live and learn, or were we just taking it for granted?
In my case, honest to God, it was probably taking it for granted.
Yeah, me
because
too.
for me, the way I was for a long time, he will attest to this. That these are my bands. I don't need your new shit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Me too.
Like it took me a long time to get out of that.
Now here's the thing. I would consider this band along with all the other bands that we grew up listening to, but they still have it. These guys still have it going on.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go off the subject, but I'm trying to make a point here. I was watching Don Dawkins on one of those '80s cruise things from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if that poor man's had a stroke or what's.
It shows our age. That's what it does.
It's like, man, it's like, bro, hang it up, man. I mean,
yes.
I want to just. So I made a point to where I'm not going to see any of my favorite bands from the '80s anymore. Just that's it. I'm done because it's sad to me seeing what they're putting out there. But I think he might be sick or might have been sick or something. I don't know what's going on with him. There's something's not there, and I could have looked it up, I guess, before coming on.
Okay, so I'm going to piggyback on that.
Okay.
Nicko McBrain. Huge shout out to this man.
Yeah.
He is not well enough to go on tour anymore.
Right.
So to the rest of them, you're done now. Like if Nicko is not well enough, not wanting to is one thing, but not being well enough to do it anymore. Now I understand that Iron Maiden is not the simplest of drums.
No, of course not.
However, if Nicko can't do it anymore, you're done. Even though he wasn't an original.
Yeah.
in my heart, he kind of is.
Yeah,
And
so
that's no disrespect to Clive Burr, because he was
of
amazing
course not.
too.
Yeah. So
But
that leads me back to Dream Theater. You know, I've been watching the recent videos of them doing concerts and stuff, and they sound good. You know, they man, and I've heard of them. I've known about them all this time, and when they come on the radio or whatever, I'd listen. Oh, that's cool. But I never paid attention to them until we got our homework assignment saying, "Hey, check this band out so we can talk about it." And I'm like, "Oh, damn! I
yes,
let these guys over the past 20, 30 years or whatever just
it's like every song I hear from them, I like them more.
yeah, yeah,
They're so good.
yeah." No, they're legit, man. And I just pulled up their tour, and it looks like they're starting tour on March 15th, and they're all going to just stay up in the Northeast for now. I'm sure it'll all eventually come back this way.
Okay, so
I
I
was looking at some of it. Some of it, like June, they're going to Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're probably doing those metal fests.
June 25th, they're going to be in Oslo.
Yeah.
so I like them so much. I feel like I need to apologize to Dream Theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, I was stupid, and now is the time when it should have been 20 years ago.
This is why she'd always keep everything
Although,
open for new bands.
I will say this.
But they're not a new band.
Listen,
no, but when he was younger.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to say this. I'm almost glad it's Dream Theater now for me, because if I discovered Dream Theater then, they would be the only band I listened to. Like, they would be the only one.
Nah, you wouldn't have given up Metallica. Not then.
I think they're two different sounds. I think there's room.
They are different sounds.
And I think there's room to be able to have both of them.
But I like it.
Okay, I'll listen to each one. They have their own sound.
And I don't know, Jay. I don't know. You got me thinking about it now.
Yeah. Because for him being him, for him, his favorite band was one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it.
He'd listen to a few others, but for the I'm always going to play this. It's
it was this one and this one. That's it.
Or yeah.
Yeah. So Jamie was a monogamous. You know, he was true to his love. Where
I still am, my friend.
I liked all of them.
I still am.
I liked everything. You know.
Yeah, I still am.
So okay, them or Maiden?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go, and I'll put it to you plainly. If I discovered Dream Theater when I discovered Maiden, it would be Dream Theater.
No kidding.
Hands down, no questions asked. However, in 1982 or whatever the hell it was, when I heard Iron Maiden, I was in.
Running Free.
Oh, that song specifically is, I was like, what the fuck is that bass line? Yes. Like, I'm in. And that was Clive Burr too. That fucking oh, you saw. See, now I need Running Free. Now I need run. I'm learning on the bass tomorrow.
You're gonna have a busy day.
Well, listen, I got to remember it. Yeah, that, you know what? That was a good question, because yeah, I think if I discovered Dream Theater in 1982, it would have just been Dream Theater.
But Dream Theater wasn't out until 1989.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why his point is, yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like by 1989, the love for Maiden was strong. Like the force was strong in this one when it comes to Maiden.
You know, they still sound good, man. Maiden still sounds good.
When did we see them? 10 years ago?
Oh, I think longer than that.
Yeah, they were all in their 50s when we saw them.
Yeah.
And they still kicked your ass. But now I'm like, I'm still going to listen. But
their new album's pretty good still, too. So
it's the last one with Nico, so enjoy it.
No, he said he'll still record with them.
Yeah,
He's still
he's still going to
partakes with,
record, but he
Yeah.
can't tour with them.
Not
So
tour.
What's he sick with?
what did he
I
want?
think it's just overall health. Like
Yeah, I
touring
think-
takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, like he's just
Okay.
they're getting old, man.
Yeah,
Like we're getting old.
we're getting old.
So imagine how old they're getting.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I pretty much just said that, right? Because I started listening to him in 1982. And so it's funny because I didn't discover Metallica till 85,
That's when I discovered him. Yeah,
86 even, because I think the first album I heard, Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning.
I think 92.
Yeah, you were fucking behind. And he was like, "Oh, load's all right. No, reload's all right, motherfucker. Check this out." Oh. Wait, see, it's funny because with Metallica, like, my favorite album is still, I think, Injustice for All. I know it goes against it goes against everything and everyone because it's Master of Puppets, like, across the board. But, and I'm not saying anything bad about Master of Puppets because how can you? That's one of the greatest albums ever written. Let's be real. But I'm more partial to Justice for All.
Is that when they cut their hair?
No, that was after the Black Album.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, they still had the long. It was Load.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, don't, at least he's trying to show off like I don't own that one.
That one looks like it's still in its package.
Oh no, it's open.
No, listen.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I can tell you that I have exactly 5 Metallica albums. 6, because I also have Hardwired to Self-Destruct. And as soon as I can get my record player hooked back up, there's some albums I need to put on there. Rust in Peace will be the first. Because I waited a long-ass time to find that album.
yeah.
And my record player's been out of commission since. So that will be the first.
I don't even know where to go buy a record player. I mean, like a good record player. You know, I mean,
I can tell you where up here, but I don't know about
I
down
guess
there.
I'll just Google it because like I said, I've got all my records, and it's like there's something about listening to those things, hearing that static when you put that needle on, and it just
Yeah,
you know,
yes. They just
Actually, I have another record player that's supposed to be given to me. I just have nowhere to put it yet.
oh well. Then I know where you can put it. Eamon can come up and visit us, and you can give it to him.
It all depends if it plays certain records I have or not. Because the one I have right now still fights with me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Because I'm still stuck on this one.
Holy cow.
Dude, are you fucking serious right now?
That's the only one that'll play.
No,
All the other ones that keep skipping.
That's not true. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I listen. They have a couple of good tunes, but I kind of feel bad for you.
Oh, my record player hates me. It hates me something fierce.
Listen, if it was Honeymoon Suite, you'd be okay.
Man, that's old. Oh my god.
I'm old, my friend. I'm old.
I know, but Honeymoon Suite, where'd you pull that out of? Man, God.
I listen to Honeymoon Suite all the time.
Yeah.
Still to this
Oh,
day.
my God.
Like, I put the Metallica one on. It was starting to skip a little bit, the first one. And
Then you
get a
take that
little bit
off
more.
immediately.
I did.
Okay.
Because I don't want to ruin any of it. Then I go over to Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Same thing. Linkin Park. Same thing. Like, for fuck's sakes.
Listen, there's a couple Linkin Park albums that are absolutely worth having. Hybrid Theory is definitely one of them.
That's the only one I have.
Numb's pretty good. Or, yeah, it's called Numb, I think.
That was the only one I wanted to get on LP, so.
So, look at us going away from it. But speaking of records, like, I need, like, Dream Theater ASAP.
One of their albums is going to be at least 2 records long.
At least one.
Well, it's definitely got one covered. I'm
But
guessing one of their albums is going to be a double.
I need to hear Dream Theater on vinyl. I need to hear it bad. My brain is vinyl, so I need it vinyl.
Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. I'm kind of curious what that one would be like.
I don't think we've. I mean, you can tell by looking at us that we're old, but I don't think we've actually shown our age this much
We
on
did
one
today.
of these than today. Like this, it's been crazy today.
we, we, we did
Way back in 1982, when I was a wee lad. Man,
what I would love to do to get back to that.
listen,
time.
my 80s were filled with Iron Maiden and Metallica.
Yeah. I
They
think
were there
all-
for me when family members weren't, so I love them more.
Yeah.
And yes, I mean that. But anyway,
Yeah, my 80s music was a little different.
I mean, you think? I'm longtime metalhead.
Yeah.
I think I came out giving the horns from birth. Like seriously, throwing the doubles up. I even had hair back in the day, and it was good times.
Jay, it's funny. We're talking about the hair. When we were up in Canada a few years ago, Jen had gotten her like senior picture, and she brought,
Oh,
and she put it up next to my senior picture,
Bangs,
and we both had
bangs.
hairstyle. We both had the long, big hair, and the kids got
That's
a kick out
awesome.
of it.
The bangs back in the 80s with 3 cans of hairspray in them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man, Aquafina, that stayed in my car, man.
Yeah, don't sweat with that shit on your head.
Yeah.
Fuck, we went way off topic this time.
Well, we did.
And, well,
so
I
what else
mean,
did you have for your deep dive?
they what?
What else did you have for your deep dive?
Just the music, man. That's it.
Just the music?
I don't do information. Since we're talking about Dream Theater, so people might actually listen to me this time. I'm not a fan, not a fan. But you gotta watch the Drumeo thing where Mike Portnoy does the Nickelback song. Holy shit, did he level that up? Leveled
which
it
song
up.
was it?
It's like Mike Portnoy is the final boss for Nickelback, is what that was.
Yeah, I saw that one. It wasn't even close.
No, no, man. He just Mike Portnoy the song, and it was wicked. If you haven't seen that, Eamon, you definitely need to.
Yeah.
I remember there's a lot of comments that says, you missed a really good opportunity here.
It's the one Nickelback song I can stomach to listen to once a year. Good, listen, I'm not a fan at all. I can't stand them.
I haven't found a single person that likes Nickelback. And how the hell are they still around? I don't
Because apparently we're a fucking minority.
They have a lot of fans.
Yeah, they do.
They have a lot of pyrotechnics.
You know how much shit I get living in this country for not liking Nickelback?
Hey, would you put Dream Theater in the same music style as Lillian Axe?
As who?
Lillian Axe.
Lillian X.
Lillian Axe. AXE. True Believer is is one of their hits. So
Maybe.
So I think I've heard. I think I've heard them, but not enough to come up with
yeah.
a comparison.
Yeah, because when I was listening to it, I was like, I can see that. I can see them both touring together, for example. Because they both have similar style, music.
And I think there's a little bit of Queensryche influence in there.
Yes. That's another one. That's what I'm saying. It's that rock, that type of music, that their sound, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Queensryche, Lillian Axe, Dream Theater. Yeah. By the way, Queensryche is sounding good these days. I've been pulling up some of their recent.
They're still doing stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
nah, hold up. Instead of well, yeah, I guess so. But I've been watching their singer who went off on his own. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Okay.
He's doing stuff, but he's doing Queensryche stuff
So they've been around for a day or two.
since the '80s. Yeah.
Yeah. With the sound of Dream Theater, what else do you think has sort of the same style of sound?
Okay, so listen, I fully admit that I am a metalhead, and I'm like long time metalhead. Uh, Yet I still am unsure entirely of what the hell the difference is between fucking prog rock and metal and like because
The progressive.
Dream Theater
Yeah.
apparently is classified as prog rock.
Yeah. What is that?
I
I guess that's a sound Jay and I were just talking about.
listen.
Queensryche,
The
Willie
only
Nelson,
thing
Dream Theater.
I can say what prog rock is it's what Dream Theater is because that's apparently what they're classified as. Other than that, I got nothing because it's progressive rock, but I'm entirely unsure of what that actually is.
Okay, let's see. Progressive metal, often shortened to prog metal, is a fusion genre that blends the aggressive, guitar-driven sound of heavy metal with the complex compositions, non-standard song signatures, and broad influences typical of progressive rock.
Iron Maiden,
No.
A little bit.
dude, the time signatures in Iron Maiden,
Well, yeah.
like Revelations alone.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good
I
point.
counted them once. I think it was 14 time changes.
they are considered a little bit of the progressive for what they do.
Yeah, and to me, that's just metal.
Prog rock, a style of rock music popular. Seymour. See if I
So,
can get another definition for you.
okay, so I'll give it this before you do that. With Dream Theater, they do, in the 4 albums I listened to anyway, you can definitely tell there is a high level of composition there. Like a high level. Also with but I don't, my issue with that is I'm not entirely sure that Dream Theater is driven by guitar. I think there's equal parts of every instrument there.
Yes, but the progressive part is for the length of everything and how complex it is. It's all the different influences involved with it.
Okay, so by that measure, you just described Injustice for All. This is why none of this shit makes sense to me.
Well, I found your definition for prog rock now. The definition here is a style of rock music popular especially in the 1970s and characterized by classical influences, the use of keyboard instruments, and lengthy compositions.
Boston.
Austin, yes.
Kansas did the same thing.
Kansas.
But normally they end up being longer.
And don't forget Nazareth. They were there too.
Oh, boy, yes.
Well, I said it was popular in the 70s. And then the further you got, the
Come on, man.
longer
This Flight
everything
Tonight's one of the greatest songs ever. Let's be real.
What song's that?
This Flight Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What
got.
a
And they were considered prog rock at the time.
Christian band, as far as I was told. What a great song that. See, now I'm singing it. What a great song.
Sort of like for progressive rock, a lot of people will mention Kate Bush.
Yeah, we were talking about her earlier, right? That's the girl?
Yeah. She got an early start in music. She was considered a prodigy.
And then she
for,
just stopped or something?
Ballet and singing. And then in her early 20s, she stopped touring, but she kept recording. And she made a living for like the whole time. She did music videos and everything. She just did not tour.
So,
And then she did sort of like a residency in London and sold out all the nights. And that was it.
so I'll give it this. This will be my final word on Dream Theater. maybe this time anyway. Whatever the fuck they are classified as, I love them. I love them. They are so good. Because we've talked about them before. So I'll do it this way. I know you gave me shit because you wanted me to stop mentioning them. However, my level of what I think Dream Theater is what Love Bites was and still is. So just to put it on, like, they went from fucking 0 to 150 in
2 songs.
Yeah, there is nothing bad I can say about Dream Theater. Even if they're all a bunch of cocksuckers, man, they make great music.
Are they a bunch of cocksuckers? Or
not as far as I know. As far as
okay.
As far as all the interviews I've ever read or people know them, apparently they're all like super nice guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's clarify that up.
Yeah. Apparently they're all super nice guys. Yeah. I know the guys that Dromeo still love them. Portnoy.
Maybe it's just jealous of all the talent.
Oh, listen, man.
It is talent.
That band has nothing but talent. Every single one of them is just unbelievable.
All right. Maybe we could, maybe what prog rock or whatever the hell it's called, maybe it's when a band is really talented where every musician in that band is just a phenomenal player in their field, makes a prog. You know, same thing with Queensryche, same thing with Lily Nax.
Yeah, well, then Iron Maiden's definitely prog, if that's the classification.
I mean, that's the way it's sounding like, right?
Yeah.
And then you know, in the 70s, we just mentioned them, right? Boston, Nazareth, who else was out there doing it? Yeah.
So,
I mean, these guys are all like, you can tell they're all professionally trained.
Yeah, they're all just phenomenal.
Did you say they went to University of Berkeley or?
It's that school in the U.S. that's like for music, the big one. Like I think it's the MIT for music.
They were going to Berklee College of Music.
Oh, Berklee College of Music. Okay.
Yeah, and then they dropped out.
Well, they got what they wanted and took off. Okay.
Could you imagine if they stayed and learned more?
Oh, I think
they'd be teaching.
You're fucking right. They could do that now.
Well, they probably do have classes, like a little clinic here and there. You know, some people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably do something like that.
There are 2 drummers that I would learn from, and I like Portnoy, Chad Smith, and yes, I'm not a Chili Peppers fan, but Chad Smith.
He's got a lot of talent. We just don't care for the band.
Dude, Chad Smith is out of this fucking world. But yes, I said I would say nothing else about Dream Theater. I love them. Absolutely love them.
Eamon, did you have anything else for Dream Theater?
No, I agree. I concur. I was floored when I really started listening to them. It's like, how did I miss this band?
Right?
For the past 30 years. I'm kicking myself. Because I was like Jamie, I was trying to be true to 1 or 2 or 3 bands, and I should have just been a little hoe and just liked everybody.
I wish
music, give it to me.
Yeah.
Well, but that's where I am now.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Back then we weren't. Back then
I was just like, I like this band, this band, this band, maybe this band, and everybody else can eat it.
Yeah.
No, I basically turned the radio on and it never went off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying I was correct in that thought process, but, you know, it is what it is. And to a point, because there are still certain genres of music that I just won't listen to.
That's understandable. Everyone has their own areas that they prefer.
They just don't hit my ears like they seem to hit everybody else.
Well, everybody has stuff like that.
Yeah, they just don't hit my ears. Like, one of them actually makes them bleed. So no, we'll stay out of that.
Well, I guess that pretty much rounds up everything for Dream Theater. Everyone should go check out the newest album that they've released last year.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry, it's my mistake for not experiencing you early in my life. For real, that's how I feel.
Oh, it came out this year.
25.
The
Yeah,
newest album?
February
Oh, yeah,
7th.
it just came out. They did
Yeah.
the video for Night Terrors. It came out like 3 months ago, I think.
Okay, so everyone should check out the Parasomnia? Somnia? Parasomnia.
Parasomnia.
It's their take on different types of sleep orders and stuff like that. Living with them.
And that's
That was their
least,
concept.
that's the least good song on that album. What does that tell you?
But that's the concept for that album.
Yeah.
Was based around
But-
sleep disorders.
But Night Terrors is my least favorite song on that album. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's my least favorite on that album. That's how good that album is. And Mike Portnoy again has a beast of a drum kit. Just an
he
absolute.
kind of needs it.
Well, I watched the thing and he's got like a setup over here, and then he's got literally another kit that intertwines with the other one. So all the stuff on his right on the one kit is all the stuff on his left in the other kit. So like everything is intertwined. Yeah,
Too
I
complicated
watched
for me.
a YouTube video and he was explaining, yeah, this is how much, and like I love Mike Portnoy. This is baffling to me that this is my first Dream Theater dive in. I think it's just going to keep going on for the rest of my life. It's just going to be Dream Theater dive in.
Until we find another band that we overlooked all these years and now feel pretty freaking stupid.
Yeah, okay, listen. But what are the chances they're nearly as good as Dream Theater?
Oh, no, they're not going to.
It's not even going to be close. Because, I mean, my opinion don't mean shit. But in my opinion, the closest one would be Iron Maiden. Because all of them are individually just amazing players.
Yeah.
Throw them all together. Welcome to Iron Maiden.
Okay. Well, on that note, let us know below what your comments are or thoughts are for Dream Theater.
See who's going to be mad at me now.
See who all agrees too.
Well,
They should have been listening to them a while ago.
Yeah.
They're-
That's what we-
yeah, well, that should be a common thing. If they don't know who Dream Theater is, you need to get on that.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to everyone later on. Say bye, guys.
We out.